So let's go through the syllabus. As I mentioned, my name is Dr. Crow. My office, of course, is going to be virtual, so you can reach me. We can meet basically on Zoom. That's going to be the best way to have a discussion, and we'll talk more about the format of the class as we go. If you watch this in order, you would have already seen that in the welcome video. So here's my office number that you can call if you can't get to an email or something, and to just leave a message. I will get the message through email and I'll listen to it, and just give me a way to contact you if needed. And then, of course, email is the best way to reach me. I will generally get back to you within a few hours, at most 12 hours during the week. And on the weekend, it might take longer, but I'm pretty good at getting back to you as soon as I can. If it's a homework question that you send me, I might say, I'll take a look at it and write it up, or maybe get to it in a lecture format that I'll talk about. But that is the best way to contact me, is through email. And then here's your section number. I mentioned about the live problem sessions. So I'll survey the class and figure out a best time to meet. It'll probably be on Wednesdays, where we'll go over problems, basically practice more problems together. Location, some of this I just changed from my normal syllabus, of course, and just thought I'd throw in, the details. Near good Wi-Fi or Ethernet. Unfortunately, I have to be home because that's the one place I get really good Wi-Fi and Ethernet. So my thoughts of traveling while I do this isn't really going to be possible. Anyway, just kidding. Office hours are going to be via Zoom. So it's easy to set up. I'll probably just do my personal Zoom number, and then you'll just know to go on and contact me. So the actual times, we'll see how that goes. It's definitely by appointment anytime, mostly late afternoons and evenings after like 1 o'clock. That's when I operate best. But I can meet you in the evenings as well via Zoom if that's the only time you can meet. If it's mornings, then we can make an exception if needed. Okay, academic calendar you should find and download. I usually at some point remember to post it online. So for Calc 3, the required text hopefully is the one you've been using. Hopefully I showed it to you in the welcome video already. It's Thomas's 14th. And you'll mostly need the problem sets in particular from the text. The content hasn't changed in hundreds of years, so that's not really the issue. Let's continue. Prereq is integral calculus, often we call it that, or for Chafee, Math 65B. So the grading assessment, we like to call it often, is going to be a bit different than I normally do. What I'll do is grade basically some of your homework problems or similar questions, probably the even questions, on a bi-weekly basis, so every 2 weeks, and that'll be worth 35%. Then I'll have multiple choice quizzes worth another 35%, and the final worth 30%, which I haven't completely determined yet how that was going to go. I'll get back to you on that. Okay. So let's continue. I'll leave it like that. Okay, so so I describe more how the homework will be done here, so go ahead and read through that more carefully. I'll assign the homework problems. You'll have all the ones that we're going to be assigned. Normally I would collect all those problems and just check to see if you did them. But this time I'm not going to collect them, but I'm going to basically spot check you on the questions and actually give you the feedback. So what I normally would grade on the exams and give you feedback on the exam questions will come from those homework problems you're turning in. So you're going to turn in a couple problems every couple weeks, and I will grade those. And that is an assessment, so that is supposed to be on your own, no help from anyone. It will be open note, open book, but you'll have a limited time on it, and you would be cheating if you were to get help on it. So I'll make that clear more as we go. And then the quizzes will be multiple choice. So we're on quizzes now. There'll be multiple choice. First couple questions will be easy, just kind of more like attendance questions that you maybe watched the video, or what's the section about, kind of thing. And then it'll get progressively more difficult. Maybe some fill in the blanks for words or actual numbers. Okay, and then I talk about attendance. Basically, for attendance this time, you need to log on every week. You should be on it. I can see when you log on, how long you're on it, and then going through the questions. So that's a participation. As I mentioned, I believe in the welcome and explanation video, when I do the live sessions, those aren't required. So it's not actually required attendance, but you need to show that you're turning stuff in and participating. So read through that more carefully. However, if you stop attending, I may not drop you, so be careful with that. So here's my expectations I've always written up in the past. I did try to go through and change them to have them pertain to an online course. So read through that more carefully. Turn off your cell phones, or turn them on silent even when, you're on a Zoom meeting. You should be doing that, kind of thing. Excuse me. Okay, next page. So here's our tentative outline. We basically start in chapter 12. 12, 13, I usually do a test together. It's kind of a bigger section if we do all that together, but that's what I normally do. Of course, we're not going to be doing those chapters like that anymore. And so we go 12 through 16. And as I start doing lecture videos, I'll describe kind of the more general idea of what we're doing on the first couple of videos, of how it all ties together in the end. Okay, then I'll talk more about the final later and final office hours. I usually don't spend a whole lot of time with this supplies section here, but this one's important because it's an online class. It should be kind of clear. So you have to have electronic equipment. It could be, you literally could probably do it all on your phone, although you should have a computer. And so you need to be able to access Canvas. Okay, download and upload PDF files. That's what will come in. And use Zoom. That is mandatory. So you have to have some sort of ability. And then I should say the Zoom needs to be video as well, not just audio. Okay, so make sure you have that. If there's any concerns or questions, there are ways to get a loaner computer, or I think there's other tablets they can loan you, but I'm not sure the details right now. But if you have any questions, please contact me. Okay, mention the academic calendar again. Math Success Center is virtual. At this level, frankly, you really are the ones running the Math Success Center, so I'm not sure much help you're going to get there, but we're going to have most of the time at this level it's working together, which is difficult, but we can still try to set those things up, and asking me questions. And then there's online help you can get for just trying to understand the content. Okay, the student learning outcomes, the basic gist of the class. And then personal note from me, so please read that. Student behavior code will be followed, even online, right? I mean, I'm not using this issue at this level, frankly, but still go through that. I'll be recording everything and sending everything out to you, but you can't record it yourself. Okay, so that's generally pertaining to a face-to-face course, but it's still applicable to this type of course. And then read through some cool quotes that I've collected over the years and from my own professors. So that's the gist of the syllabus. Most important thing is how to contact me. That should be right there, ready for you to contact my email, and then be able to access Canvas and navigate it. There's learning tutorials and all that, and at this point, many of you are savvy enough to figure all that out. So I encourage you to do that. So look at in the modules is where I'll end up doing the sections and assigning different topics and posting videos and where the assignments will be assigned, the quizzes and all that. So if you have any concerns or questions, like I said, email me first. And once we get into the class, you can email me questions and I'll either, we'll communicate, or I might write it up and say, is this, point something out to me. So be able to scan your work and send it to me. And then, of course, be able to post on Canvas your assignments. Okay, hopefully you have a good semester. Thank you.